Hey everyone, this is Danae Yami, aka YamaLife. This is actually a blog and just a little update of what's going on. As partially you guys know, or whoever has been watching my videos, I thank you. But you already know that I've been in the hospital for a reason. Seizure. Seizure is having a seizure and having my family seizure. Hold on a minute. Let me just throw this away because of my last video. Sorry about that. um, I just want to talk about seizures. Many of you already recently know that I was in the hospital because I had an attack. Not an asthma attack, not a heart attack. I had a seizure. And it was very scary for me to find out that I had a seizure because I never knew that, this can actually happen to me or had happened to me. So what happened was I was at work and, taking in like a fresh breath of air. By fresh, meaning congested, if you know what I mean. And I started to see like a bright light, and my eyes were crossing. So I was like, "What's going on? It might be a headache," and just to sit down and relax. So so I go back as I'm a receptionist at a car dealership, so I'm sitting at the receptionist desk, right? So I walk back to my desk, and I thought I felt the armchair, like the arms of the chair, and I thought I sat down. But so I've been told, I didn't sit down. I didn't even make it to the sit down part. I automatically, as so some people told me, I basically leaped onto someone's arms, or he was there to catch me. That person was there to catch me before I even hit my head on the desk or on the floor, as I said. The story has not come clear exactly, but it's along those lines, so I've been told. So I'm very grateful for the people at my job that was there to assist me while I was having a seizure attack. So the only thing I remember was sitting down, which I didn't sit down, and waking up in the ambulance, which was kind of creepy because I kept asking, what is going on? Why am I in this ambulance? Why am I on this stretcher? Why you have me tied up? Where am I going? And I hear the what's it called? The rescue people. I don't know what they're called. I forgot. The medicine's like a little loopy. So they're like, Fairfax or Mount Vernon? I said, hell to the no. I'm going to Mount Vernon. Mount Vernon is where I live, okay? I'm not going to no Fairfax, like 45 minutes away. No. I'm staying here in my area. Which basically the hospital basically sucks. Big time. Not a joke. So I kept asking the people in the ambulance, what am I doing here? What has happened to me? Like all sorts of questions that I almost got into a panic attack. Another one. So they're like, you just had a seizure, and I'm like, what? And I was totally clueless. I thought it felt like a blink of an eye, just a blink of an eye, thinking, one moment I was sitting, the next, once I open my eyes, I'm in the stretcher, in the ambulance. I wake up in the ambulance as soon as about to take off from my job. I woke up once I felt the cold air for some reason. So they told me, so once I got back to my job, they all told me my story. They say I didn't even sit down. Some say I did sit down, but I stood right back up and I fell. As soon as I was about to fall, someone was there to catch me, which I'm really grateful for that person. So basically, he just basically gently put me down on the floor, and they told me I turned blue. Now, why would you let me turn blue? And so they told me. I mean, true, you don't know what to do when you see someone doing a seizure, going into a seizure, which is pretty weird. Out of nowhere, out of the blue, you start having this attack, and you don't know what to do. So what happened to me is that, like, they told me I started shaking a lot, and they didn't put me on my side, but I was shaking so much, and basically I was throwing out foam. As I was throwing out foam, the foam was going back through my throat and was cutting off my respiration, so I turned blue. So after I stopped shaking for a little bit, they said they turned me on my side. That's where the foam came out of my mouth, and I started breathing again, which I'm still questioned by it. Tiny bit. Tiny. Um, weird, huh? And I never knew this could actually happen to me and everything. So my doctor's in the hospital, because I don't have a doctor, I don't have insurance. Like, shoot, America, do something for me, please. I need insurance. That's just a side note. um, they told me that they asked me a bunch of questions, like who in my family has epilepsy. I'm like, I don't know. I don't think anybody in my family has epilepsy. So when I asked my parents, they're like, yeah, one of your cousins and your mom's cousin has epilepsy. I'm like, what? You gotta be kidding. So because of them, I have it. So I do not have epilepsy. I do not receive it. So Christians say, I do not believe it. I do not receive it. I rebuke that. I am a Christian. Trust me. I am of the Lord, but sometimes all of us have our defaults. Pretty much. And we're not perfect. So, they gave me this medicine that's called levetiracetam. I cannot pronounce it right. It's the generic for Keppra, which basically produces a whole rack of side effects that I do not like. I sneeze a lot, I cough a lot, it feels like I have a sore throat, it feels like I'm sick, I look like I'm sick, even though I'm not. I feel fine and dandy. And I've told myself I'm not going to drive for at least a month, which is weird because the Department of Motor Vehicles have not contacted me asking for me for my freaking license, which I'm really concerned about that, because, well, actually, I'm happy that they haven't called it, but I'm taking my precautions into not driving, or at least try not to drive that much, at least. So, if you want to ask me more questions on what has happened to me, or anything you want me to talk about, just leave it in the comment section below, where stuff are, I guess. Have a good one, and I hope to hear from you guys. And if you want to share your story, go ahead. I will basically link yourself to all around me. I guess I'll link your stories on my page or on this video, and let's hear it. Alright, bye guys. Love you guys so much. Bye.